Moving on to Bangladesh. Avijit Roy, a US citizen of Bangladeshi origin, was hacked to death by some Islamic hardliners in 2015 in the Bangladeshi capital Dhaka. A court in Bangladesh has now sentenced 5 members of a terror group to death, 6 years after the horrific incident that left the nation in fear and shock. The country has been witnessing a growing influence of Islamic extremism among its citizens, leading to the brutal killings of several bloggers, rights activists and liberal intellectuals.
After 6 years of Avijit Roy's murder, a special anti-terrorism court sentenced to death 5 terrorists, including a fugitive army major Saeed Ziaul Haq of Ansar al-Islam, an Islamist organization linked with the terror group Al-Qaeda. The verdict came nearly a week after a court sentenced to death 8 Islamic militants, including sect Major Haq, for killing Roy's publisher Faisal Arifin Dipon. A Bangladeshi-American engineer, activist, writer and blogger, Avijit Roy was ruthlessly killed with machetes by jihadi militants when he was returning from a book fair at the Dhaka University on February 26, 2015. His wife Rafida Ahmad had also suffered severe injuries but somehow survived. Known for writing against Islamic fundamentalism, promoting science, rationalism, free thinking and human rights, Roy had to lay down his life for the freedom of expression. Over the past decade, Bangladesh has been reeling under a spate of Islamist violence, with liberal voices being brutally suppressed who dare to defend a secular vision of society. There have been growing atmosphere of intolerance in the country. Even the Sheikh Hasina government have been accused of being authoritarian and violating the freedom of the press. Consequently, Bangladesh was ranked 151 out of 180 countries in World Press Freedom Index 2020 by Reporters Without Borders. In fact, the country slipped down 1 notch in the index from 2019. Moreover, the killings, sometimes claimed by Al-Qaeda and sometimes by ISIS affiliates, illustrate a culture of violence that Dhaka has been unable to rein in. This thread of violence and intolerance goes back to the 1993 fatwa against author Taslima Nasreen following the release of her book Lacha. She had to leave Bangladesh after she received death threats from the hardline Islamists in the mid-1990s.
Freedom of speech, this is probably one of the perils of all states, especially in the Indian subcontinent. And we have to bear in mind Bangladesh is a very young and emerging economy and a state, marking the 50th Independence Day on 26th of March 2021. So I'm sure with the progression of time, the liberties and the security to freedom of speech will be enshrined, and I'm sure that the present government led by Prime Minister Hasina will definitely empower the freedoms which her father Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman even paid the ultimate price of sacrificing his life to protect the integrity of the country which he founded.
The global terror groups are taking advantage of increasing intolerance in the country. The horrific and dastardly attack on innocent civilians at Holy Artisan Bakery in a posh section of Dhaka, which took the life of 22 persons, mainly foreigners, was yet another instance of the rise in terrorism in the country. The attack was claimed by Jamaatul Mujahideen Bangladesh, which operates under the umbrella of global terrorist organization Islamic State. According to authorities in Bangladesh, Islamic State and Al-Qaeda are using a network of recruiters to hire new recruits as well as social media platforms like Facebook and Telegram to spread their doctrine among youth and establish undercover networks. Several intelligence reports also reveal about the ongoing recruitment efforts among the Bangladeshi diaspora communities living in Britain. Al-Qaeda has flushed in a sea of online content to instigate and influence people to execute lone wolf attacks in the broader area of global jihad.
with regards to breeding grounds and recruitment of fundamentalism is a plague which is rampant, especially in the European world, and a lot more has to be done from the internal, communities and the representatives of various sections of society, especially in Britain, to make sure that these grounds of terrorism recruitment and who spread hate and intolerance are curbed and controlled. So it has to be a joint effort by both the community and the state.
Besides Islamic State and Al-Qaeda, the Rohingya crisis also remains a potent threat to Bangladesh's security and stability. Several media and intelligence reports reveal that Pakistan's military intelligence and spy agency, the ISI, have close connections to Jamaat-ul Mujahideen and small terror groups operating at Bangladesh-Myanmar border. The reports suggest that these agencies are involved in radicalizing and providing terror training to Rohingya refugees based in Bangladesh to destabilize neighboring Afghanistan and India. India has made efforts domestically and along with Bangladesh to counter the threat posed by Pakistan-backed terror groups. However, with rise in religious fanaticism and terrorists adopting new technologies and tactics, the threat of terrorism will continue to pose a big challenge to peace and security of Bangladesh and entire South Asia.